Right, just thought I'd show you how it's going up here so far. So I've got the switch on the beam, which is obviously just within easy reach of when we come up through the loft steps, be able to reach over and hit that no problem. So we've got that coming along to the junction box. You can buy bigger junction boxes than this. Now looking how cramped this is, I'm wishing I'd got the bigger one. Would have made it a lot easier getting the wires in place. So what we have here, these two red wires coming in, that's the power supply from the original lighting system. This other wire coming in here is also from the original lighting system. So we've got the earth wire and the neutral wire. And then from this cable coming in, this is the cable from the switch. So as I showed you in the diagram, the brown wire goes up here to the live. So that's giving its power supply up to the switch. Neutral wire into the neutral, obviously. And this, the earth wire into the earth. And this is the neutral coming down from the switch, which has not gone into the neutral connection, because remember, that's going to be your switch live. So that's in the bottom empty terminal. So we're just left to do the wiring from the actual light unit now. So when I get that, we will have the earth will go in to the earth as normal. The neutral wire will go into the neutral, but the live wire will go down into this switch live at the bottom, and that should be us all okay. Yeah, I would go for the slightly bigger. This is just I don't know the actual size, but yeah, there's a big difference between the small ones and the large ones. The other one would have been a lot more roomier than this, so I've got another set of wires, but at least I'm coming in from the other side, so that'll make it a bit easier. But it was only pennies for the slightly bigger one, so I would advise going for that, just to make installation that little bit easier. Alright, I shall crack on. Hi guys, job completed apart from just tacking down a bit of wires, and happy to say we are all working. Aligned you to death. So I put it mainly in that corner because this is where I've started installing this raised flooring. I'm going to go all the way down that side, so that's the reason I've concentrated the light on this corner. I might get some of that reflective stuff to put on the walls and maybe across just to make it a bit warmer. But that's all working fine. So, a job you can do if you're willing to have a little play with the wires, and all you got to do is just be careful. I think the hardest bit probably is just getting that power source to the junction box in the first place. So, depending on your situation, it may be easier to tap into one of the ceiling roses, or if you can find another's, or you might actually find another junction box. I know there's one in here somewhere, but I didn't bother looking at it too much because I had these spare wires from the old bathroom. So I've always had that in the back of my head that they're just sitting there taped up, so I was quite keen to use them. But if you can find a junction box in there, then that might be your easiest bet. Tap into the junction box, just run a little bit of cable and then have a fresh junction box, then you can start from scratch. But at least installing this raised decking will be a bit easier for me now. Well, while I'm up here, I'm just cracking on with this storage space in the loft. Now I've sorted my light out, so I thought I'd just give you a quick look at how this system works. There you go. So basically you slot these over the rafters in the floor, so they raise your, I forget what the legal height is now, but they're a good old size, as you can see, because everybody says your loft insulation doesn't perform so well if it's compacted down. So you just install these legs, 320mm centres they are from each other, and then the boards basically interlock into each other. Yep. Bit easier when you've got two hands to play. But basically that's how it works. Screw them to the floor. You can put 4 screws in the bottom just to hold them steady. Centre them on each of those plates, and then you put some screws in the top as well to hold it all in place. Quite a simple way of doing it. Not the nicest space in the world to be working in, but definitely useful to have that storage space. I forget what I paid for this stuff now. It weren't a fortune. It's a few quid, like, but you're not talking stupid money. So a quick and relatively simple way of doing it if you're looking to get some of your crap out of the way. So I thought I'd just give you a quick look at it. Right. Right, everyone, just one last little tip. Obviously, playing with electrics can potentially be very dangerous, so you have got to be absolutely certain that you've got the power turned off before you start sticking screwdrivers into electrical connectors. This lap tester pen I got from Screwfix. I think it was only something like £5, so obviously well worth spending £5 to be sure everything's okay. So this is a very simple device. Put it near the wires or anything. Or light switches, don't actually have to touch the wire itself. So if it flashes like that, you know there's current still to it. So definitely advise getting something like that before you start messing about with the electrics. Right, that's me all finished playing in the loft. So catch you again sometime.